Hi, I'm going to read a short passage to you from my novel The Perfect Lie, which is out in June. This passage is quite near the beginning of the book, and it's when my main character Jen discovers who the dead body in Long Eaton actually is. This is quite near the beginning of the book, so there really isn't many spoilers. Okay. A misty rain began to fall from the sky. As much as she wanted to continue sitting alone in the garden, she wasn't suitably dressed for the downfall. Maybe she'd go and get her running gear on. She hadn't had time for one the previous day. Though it was almost 1 a.m., hopefully the run would clear her mind. She returned to the house and snuck around trying to find her sports bra and trainers. She would be out of the door and off to find freedom and clarification. Tying her laces, she opened the door and noticed a brown envelope stuck to the front. Strange. Why hadn't the person who left it put it through the letterbox? She pulled the envelope from the door and looked at it under the porch light. As she opened it, she was confronted with her worst fears. She immediately began to dry heave, escaping towards the back of the house. She was disorientated and dizzy as her blood pressure plummeted. She needed to sit down and staggered towards where she'd been sat earlier. She began to shake as she rechecked the picture, which had been so elegantly delivered to her as the final blow. Her stomach did flips and churned while everything spun as she tried to focus on the final confirmation that the body in the photo was indeed Chloe's. The more she looked at the photo, the more she felt like she was about to vomit. For a moment she was at peace. At least she knew that the body they had found was Chloe's. There was no more wondering and questioning. But then the panic started. Everything was adding up far too fast in her head. Was she in danger? Were they coming for her next? Were her family in danger? They hadn't made the choice to be part of the world she used to live in. She unwillingly dragged them in, and now it was her job to protect them from what might be coming. She'd ignored the warning signs, but maybe, just maybe, it wouldn't be too late to get them out of harm's way. But first, she needed to talk to someone who wouldn't judge her and wouldn't question her motives. Melanie was so innocent, and the world to her was full of candy floss and playing games in the sun. Jen made her way back into the house, holding the envelope tightly. Where was she going to put it to stop anyone else seeing the horror of Chloe's dead body? Grabbing a bottle of wine, she headed up to Melanie's bedroom, where she would spend the rest of the night. As she sat on the floor, she continued to stroke the faded tattoo on her wrist, wondering if it would send up a distress beacon or give her back the link she used to share with Chloe. But right now she needed to talk and share her secrets. And though asleep, Melanie would understand. And when she woke up, she'd get out of bed and cuddle her whilst telling her she was the best mum in the world. Okay, so that's just a short passage. Drop me a message and let me know what you think.